Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing. I want to show you a little tip and trick of cleaning the interior of cars, whether it be door panels, even leather seats, dashboard areas. This is going to work for light to moderate soiling. Even if you had a car that was really hammered, hadn't been cleaned in forever, got a lot of dirt, debris, grease and grime in all these areas on the car, this process will still work. You've heard me even say it as a professional detailer, right? We'll take something like a steamer, maybe we'll steam this, maybe we'll use like a big bristle brush, spray your APC and, you know, kind of scrub these areas. That's all fine and dandy, but sometimes, listen, I'm going to throw myself under the bus. Sometimes I'm even overthinking it sometimes. Do you need a steamer? Do you need a brush? Well, you're probably going to need a brush, and I'll explain that in a minute. But a steamer isn't necessarily necessary. A lot of guys like these magic erasers. They'll spray their APC, kind of go over the panel. Well, that's fine and dandy, but these things end up falling apart and stuff. It's just, sometimes it's just a lot of work. There's a lot of unnecessary steps when we just want to get dirt and soiling off the door panel. I'm using this door as a prop. It's my car. In fact, in my opinion, it's a little dusty. I got some arm sweat up here on the door. But I want to show you something. What I have in a bucket down on the ground here is 1 gallon of water. It's distilled water. And inside this bucket of 1 gallon of distilled water, I got about an ounce and a half of O&R in the bucket. And I have a microfiber towel inside the bucket, kind of ready for me to go. It's wet, it's saturated with O&R. These are one of those Costco towels. These are very cheap, very easy to get your hands on, and I like them because they're only, I don't know what GSM, 300, but they're a very short nap, you know, and you're going to use this as your scrubbing device of cleaning the door. But let me show you a tip, especially if you're dealing with moderate to heavy door panels that haven't been cleaned in a while. The first thing I want to do is, if you have compressed air available to you, that's wonderful. If you got a compressor, I don't bring one with me mobily. But what I'll do with a door panel like this is I'll take this little air blower. This is actually made for the pet grooming industry, but it's like an Air Force blaster, those little blasters from Metrovac. I'll go in and lightly dust and blow any dirt, dust out of all these little crevices. So I've got that done for me. I blew out any dust that might be stuck around the buttons, the door handle, whatever. Now, typically we'll use like an all-purpose cleaner. I'm just using Simple Green as a prop in the moment. Maybe you like Power Clean, Super Clean, whatever the case may be. Let's say you were using an APC, you had it diluted 10 to 1, 4 to 1, and you spray it on this panel, and you go in here with your magic eraser or your brush. You've got a very short period of time, especially if you're mobile working in direct sunlight. Your APC can kind of dry up on you. It can kind of streak on the panel. It can drive you nuts. I want to show you a cool little trick. Incorporating the O&R, the rinseless wash in a bucket, and an APC. You pick the APC you like. What I'm going to do is just lightly... I was going to do something. Oh, this thing's turned off. Let me go to spray. Scott, come on. Get all ready for this. Let me pump this sprayer. So here I go. I'll just kind of lightly mist this APC. Again, you pick the one you want. So if this was kind of heavily or moderately soiled, I want the APC to start working on the panel for me. Now I'm going to take my microfiber towel that's soaking in O&R and look at this process. It's so simple. It's so easy. It's so straightforward. I have so much working area available to me. This thing fits in the palm of my hand. I'm going to go in here and just lightly scrub all these areas on this panel. One thing that's nice, right? If you spray an APC, you got to be worried about streaks developing, especially if it's really hot or humidity's high. You'll get some evaporation from the product and you'll have some streaking. The O&R in a bucket and this little, you know, microfiber towel is going to neutralize that cleaner, that APC, so it doesn't streak up on you. Just go in here, pick up all the debris on the door panel, get your O&R all over the place. You've got a combination of O&R, your favorite APC, to pull that stuff off the panel. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a second drying microfiber towel, and I'm just going to go in here, lightly buff or dry this panel. And again, I'm not worried about that APC streaking on me because I'm working in direct sunlight. It's really hot that day. And the microfiber towel in my hand is going to be able to utilize much more space, right, than a brush or using a little magic eraser. Now what I want to do, just in case I got some fluid inside these cracks and crevices, again, I'm going to take my little blower and just blow it out. Folks, this is such a really cool, simple process. Doesn't need to be overthought. You got the combination of your favorite APC breaking down, even if it was heavily soiled, right? You ever open up a car as a professional and go, oh my God, where do I start? This is almost like when you're going to shampoo carpets. You want to vacuum, get a lot of that debris, that dirt off the carpet before you start shampooing. This is kind of the same process. Pick up as much of the debris as you can in a very fast period of time. Now, if this door was really hammered, then go ahead and evaluate. Where am I now that I've got 80% of the junk off the panel? Maybe you might want to use a magic eraser in certain areas. Or maybe use your brush. That's up to you. But folks, a combination of O&R or any type of rinseless wash in a little bucket like this, and work around this car using the combination of your favorite APC, folks, is so amazing to get amazing results so quickly. You can get around this car pretty quick. This is almost like grandma with her wash bucket working around the house. The little air blower to blow out those cracks, just in case you got some APC or O&R in these little seams, you blow them out so they don't streak on you. You'll go working somewhere else on the car and come back here like 30 minutes later and go, oh, my APC ran out of some of the cracks and it caused some streaking. Now I got to clean it again. Folks, this is amazing. Really simple. Don't have to overthink it. You're going to cover so much territory with a Costco microfiber towel that's got a very short nap on it. Your whole hand is basically going to work for you in such a quick period of time. Do you need a steamer? Do you need a brush? Do you need a magic eraser? Not really, guys. This doesn't have to be overthought. I love you all. I just wanted to show you. Again, this car is mine. It's just got little sweat and oils from my skin. It's not hammered. But even if it was, again, I can get a lot of that junk off the panel so quickly and just be done with it and then evaluate where I'm at if I'm working on a really hammered car. Folks, I love you. I hope this helps you out. I'll talk to you soon.